Trey, should we go ahead and just get into why you're doing so much of the week?
Let's do it. Please start us off, man.
I will start us off, man. Mine, whoa, is actually a reverse. This one is why you doing so little this week. And it goes to the guy who, without a phone call or an email, showed up at my house to fix my shower. Now, first, I'll say I did put in a maintenance request over a month ago for someone to fix my shower. So I did ask for this.
With like a random company or?
With I'm in a rental, and the people that own my house are like this huge like corporate company. So I don't just have like one landlord. I got to go through the website. Yeah. So I put in a maintenance request. This guy shows up. He's there to fix the shower of mine that doesn't work. It kind of leaks, whatever, onto the garage, whatever. And he shows up, and I'm like, all right, yeah, it's in the back. I'm like, have at it. I took the shower curtain off for him so he could like get in there and go to town. And he's like, why don't you come back here and kind of show me exactly what's going on? So I'm showing him in the shower with him. Or not in the shower with him. I'm in like the bathroom with him.
Time out really quick. Don't you rent?
Yeah.
Why do you got to deal with this?
That's already like, yeah, you're on the right track. Like, why am I even somewhat involved in this? Why don't you show me this? I'm like, all right. So I was like, it's leaking here. It's leaking here. I don't think it's the drain. I think it's the pipe, and it's leaking down in the garage, my roommate's woodworking equipment. And he was like, all right, I think I know what's going on. I'm going to take this off here, hold this. I'm like, whoa, I'm not like a part of this. Like, I'm not, like, this isn't my thing.
Yeah.
Is it someone paying you to be here?
Could you run up to the truck? I need a couple parts. What? No, I don't even know what your truck has.
Give me a C grip.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Sir,
that would look like.
Hold this. Yeah,
so
you're like, what am I?
So he's got me holding stuff, which I was in the middle of doing something. I don't know if it was working or just eating or just something. I was like, I don't want to be holding the shower head.
Yeah.
You know, can I set this down? Like, I don't need it. This doesn't need to be accessible. So he's having me hold stuff. And then he's like, he's got the shower head off, turns on the shower. He's like, all right, why don't you run down the garage, see if it's leaking? I'm like, what am I? Like, you're a little like, little, I don't know. Like, I felt like he was Aladdin and I was a little monkey. You know, I'm just like running through the streets for him. So I come back. Yeah, it's leaking. All right. I tell you what, I'm going to go down the garage now. When you hear me yell, I want you to turn it off, all right? So now we're like working in tandem on this whole thing. And I mean, I could go into a lot of details on this. I mean, the whole time I'm just like, why are you doing so less? Like, do all of this for me.
Each time he like commands you, you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna help him more. Why am I doing this?
Keep saying yes, I guess. So at one point he takes off the shower head and even takes off like the nozzle behind it. So now like water looks like it's coming from my wall. Like there's nothing protruding from the wall. Water's just like Old Faithful is just like spewing out of my wall. So I'm like, this is interesting. Is this standard procedure? I don't know. Mm-hmm. And do you remember that little detail I told you earlier about how I took my shower curtain down? So water is going everywhere. No barrier. This isn't like a bathtub and a shower. This is just like shower, no walls, no shower curtain. Water's going everywhere. Meanwhile, we're both just cross-armed looking at it. Yeah,
see the problem there?
I mean, that's a lot of water. Whew.
She's a gush.
And he's like, why don't we go down to the basement or go down to the garage? So now water's still flowing. We go down to the garage together, and yeah, it's leaking.
Yeah.
And
water here too, yeah.
We cross our arms again, and he's like, whew, man, I thought that would have done it. And the whole time I'm just thinking, like, my bathroom is getting soaked. Like, can we please go? And so, yeah, we hired the world's best repairman at diagnosing if not something is leaking.
Yeah.
He came in and knew it right away.
I just want to confirm with you, son, that you do have a problem with your shower.
He left that day with the exact information that I gave him. Something in my pipe is leaking into this area. He leaves like, I mean, it's definitely leaking right here.
Yeah.
It's definitely leaking. I've tried a few different things,
right
and God almighty, that's leaking. Yeah. So, I mean, I had to use like multiple towels once he left to like clean up my bathroom. And he did make one little comment. He's like, whoa, that kind of got everywhere.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah.
Did he, so he was like a true plumber? Or you don't really know?
I don't know if plumbing's his main thing.
Yeah. Have you ever, having done enough like home ownership stuff and having people out to fix this or that and everything, 100% of the time they go, well, I'll tell you one thing. Whoever installed this was an idiot. 100% they do that. I'm like, and then, so the first 3 or 4 times that happened, I was like, my house is just, everything's wrong.
Dang.
Everybody comes in here.
I had so many idiots.
And then I'll have like this house that we renovated, and like one electrician like bailed, the next electrician came in, he's like, I mean, I got to redo this whole thing. This guy's an idiot. And I'm like, oh. And then the contractor told me, he's like, every tradesman ever is right and everyone else is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just hilarious to be like, by the way, man, whoever put this in, I mean, this isn't even up to code. I don't even know what they're doing. I'm like, what? I had an ordeal with it. I bought my first house. 3 weeks later, AC out. August, 95 degrees, disaster. I have this warranty thing, right? So if I go through the warranty, they could probably pay for it, and it saves me however many thousands of dollars. So, but of course, that's a nightmare. Similar to yours, they have this guy come out with like a one tooth, and he's like, "Oh, that's your problem there," and he does something for 5 minutes and charges me $100, and that didn't work. And then another guy comes and he goes, "Oh, that's a lot. Whatever, whoever did this, horrible."
And I'll tell you one thing: your AC is definitely not working.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
know. One other thing, just with plumbing, housing stuff. Yeah. I was talking to someone else. Was like, "Oh, how's the new house?" He's like, we unfortunately found out right after we bought it that my pipes were galvanized." I was like, I thought that was a good thing.
Nice, man. You're like high-fiving him.
Sweet.
Sick.
You upgraded to the galvanized.
Value up. Love that.
Sweet. I was thinking about going galvanized, but I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm budgeting right now.
Yeah.
Should I get the galvanized?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably just go standard. What is it? Copper? PVC? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the money for galvanized.
Mine's only cauterized right now. Yours is galvanized?
Galvanized. Wow.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Yeah. It just sounds so pristine.
Wow. Sick.
Yeah. Hey, I have my buddies over. Got them galvanized just last week.
Dude, I love how I constantly do that when like my own father or now father-in-law, they're both like, I feel like that's classic of that generation. Just can fix everything, know everything. And I'll have one of them like ask me something about this house we just renovated. And I don't know anything, you know. The guys did it.
And the idiots installed it.
Yeah.
It's not you.
And they'll ask me something about like, what do these circuits here? They galvanized or no? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I think so.
I remember them saying something about that.
Yeah, it's just the perfect like non-answer. We'll go, you know what? So my go-to when I get asked something I don't know, I'll go, you know what I think it? Well, actually, now that you say it, I don't know. I don't think it is. Well, or it might be.
You make it seem like I definitely know what you're talking about. I just can't remember. It's a memory issue for me. I can't remember.
I've been wondering the same thing actually. I'm looking into that as we speak.
How far you got? 12-inch studs, 8-inch studs, 10? I know we were thinking about all those, and I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what we ended up going with, but I definitely know what you're talking about.
It's the standard ones. It's the standard ones.
I think we went
like
standard.
You said.
Yeah,
the standard ones are. What did you say the standards were?
I think I said 12.
Yes.
So that's it.
Yeah. I like when either of them will bring up something that's maybe not perfectly right in the house. That they're like, we could work on that and fix it, but I'm not for whatever reason brave enough to say, I know that's probably not 100%, and I'm just fine with that.
Yeah.
We got a high tank toilet just for something fun, and so it has like a chain that hangs down that you pull, and the chain's just kind of crappy quality. So halfway up the links keep breaking, and so so the whole chain hangs down to like here, and now it just hangs to here, and I'm like, I can still manage to flush it. We're just gonna stop.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we could get that. We can go to Home Depot. We get this. We do this or that. And I'm just like, no, let's just go to brunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's galvanized.
That's galvanized.
That's funny.
Got your tanks galvanized.
My why you're doing so much is I'm gonna why you're doing so much. Me, I think I've done this before on a pod, but why am I doing so much? I went to the grocery store with Katie and our friend who was in town. I'm not a grocery store guy, but I had
I've
gotten into cooking a little bit. It's been a fun winter hobby.
Okay.
Katie was going to have kind of a girls' night for her birthday, and this was Saturday night before the Super Bowl. And I was being strategic. I said, listen, I've got a big day Sunday. All day long, I'm going to be eating fried foods, drinking seltzers. I just need to stay in, have a healthy meal, get some rest.
Good for you.
So I was like, I have nothing to do. And she had this girls' night, and I was like, what are you guys going to do for dinner? She's like, I don't know. I was like, how about I cook? She's like, okay. So I cooked for some ladies.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. It took over my whole evening. It was fun. Bed early. Great strategy. And we were at the grocery store, and part of what we were gonna do was I was just gonna like cook up some fish. So we're at the kind of like fish station where it's kind of like a deli style. You're looking at it.
Yeah.
And they decide on snapper. I don't know the fishes, but whatever. And so I talked to the guy. I go, yeah, man, I got this and this, and he's being friendly. He's like, what are you cooking tonight? Da, da, da. And I look at his name tag, and it says Fishbaugh is his name. Fishbaugh.
A lot of questions I want to ask Fishbaugh.
And so I go, is that really your name? He's like, yeah. And I go, you got the best job in the world then. And then he just goes, as he's wrapping up my snapper, he goes, yeah, not really. And I knew right as I said it, I was like, well, go Chiefs.
Yeah.
Just walked off. Wait. Is your name Flippin' Burgers? And you just made the McDouble? You got your dream job, don't you?
Huh. I bet you turned down a ton of other good jobs for this one.
No, I don't, a-hole. It's 1 a.m. I was just like, fish ball, huh? You just wrapping up that fish. That's the best job you could ever ask for, huh?
Dang. Doesn't get much better than this, huh?
And he was just like, not really, man.
He's like, no, I get paid $9 an hour and 20% of that still gets taken away from me. Yeah. So no, not really.
Not really. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. So I apologize to Mr. Fishball. I mean, I'm sure that's not the worst. It's worst jobs, and I'm sure he's doing great. He'll climb the ladder. But
that's so funny when you say things like that. You're like, dang it, I had nothing but good intentions.
Right, and
I wish I didn't say that.
There's plenty of people with that job that probably enjoy it, but Fishball, I think he has higher aspirations, and
he'll get there.
Yeah, he will.
He'll get there.
Hope you enjoyed that clip from our exclusive podcast,
Ooh.
Do Less Guests. That's right. If you want more, there's way more where that came from. Make sure you sign up at TreyKennedy.com/DLG today. A new podcast episode every week. You don't want to miss it. Link in description. And don't forget to subscribe for all the podcast content.